What's going on, guys? Millsy bringing you some fire content on the Fire to 18 channel. In today's video, guys, we're going to be recapping the SDS stream of next gen. So as you guys can tell from my past uploads, I've been mostly doing vids on the recaps, but that's because there hasn't been too much content for me that I'd like to post, or rather would post. So I've just been sticking to these recaps. MLB The Show 21 rolls out, though. We're going to be getting some new stuff in here other than this. So without further ado, let's talk about what's going on with the feature premieres for next gen. Starting with the first thing, Stadium Creator. So you get to create up to 30 custom stadiums this year. That is a pretty large, pretty wild number. Just like how there are 30 MLB stadiums in the show, we're going to be having 30 MLB stadium, or 30 custom stadiums. So some of the themes introduced were beach theme, mountain theme, desert theme, Jurassic theme. Pretty cool. So you can basically stylize it how you want, you know, make it look cool, but then you could also create your own if you want. These are just templates. Next up, the Field of Dreams. So you will be able to create this in MLB The Show probably, and it may even come up as a custom template in general. So that's gonna be really cool. Seeing all these new fields, especially the Field of Dreams, is gonna be a really exciting one. Next up, templates with nothing but grass. So this is like for those who just want to create from scratch, you know, create their own stadium, whatever that stadium may be. If you guys want to create it like that, template with nothing but grass probably fits the bill if you want to create a really cool stadium. So yeah, props over 1,000 to 1,200 props. So you're going to be able to basically install a lot of props into your stadium. There will be a limit to that, but that doesn't matter. Props are what matters, and we have a lot of them. For example, you could put a dinosaur in your park. You could put a whole fish tank. You could put basically the stuff you see in the MLB stadiums, like maybe the Big Apple, or maybe a rock, or maybe a cow. So a lot of different props for this year, a lot of different options, a lot of variations. You're going to see a lot of different stadiums here, and I'm really excited to see that, especially from MLB The Show 21. Next up, as many of the batter's eye as a player could. I don't really remember what I was doing. I don't know what shit I was on when I was taking these notes, but yeah. The batter's eye thing is basically, what it's trying to say is, well, you could change up like certain parts of the stadium to I guess fit the batter's view, you know? Say you're hitting, you're gonna have a different view of the stadium now. Kind of obvious stuff. That's what it was. Personalizing stadiums. So basically, what this means is that you can basically make this stadium your own, whether you want to add a specific feature to it, maybe like add your name. You can definitely change the stadium and make it your own in many certain ways, including extending the field, all that good stuff. You're hearing my phone. All the good stuff you can hear are right there. So yeah, that's going to be really cool for personalizing. Added life into the stadium, so more stuff's going to be moving in the background than just a flag or maybe the fans. So, I mean, obviously the fan graphics aren't going to get any better, but we're probably going to see more movement, whether that be maybe, I don't know, whatever the props are, that's what it is. You're going to obviously see new movement in flags, definitely with the ball, of course. Even the I think scoreboard's going to have more motion as well, so that's going to be really cool. So yeah, moving on to the next big thing here that is in the stream. There are different modes in Stadium Creator. So there's a very like competitive mode / professional mode, and then there's like the normal mode. The normal mode, you'll be able to set, you know, the props, the field, all that general stuff. Then there's a more professional mode where you can kind of extend certain walls, change things up, make the walls higher, and you can basically make a green monster of your own. So yeah, that's what that means basically with the different modes in Stadium Creator, which is going to be cool. And so probably one of the best things next up that they really talked about in the stream, that is probably the biggest win of the stream, is keen eye on what can be played competitively. So SDS did regulate what kind of stadiums will be used for online play in Diamond Dynasty this year, whether that be ranked seasons, Battle Royale, all that stuff. We're going to be having restrictions where you can't move the walls far back. There has to be a limit. You can set it, and yeah, you're gonna have to use one of those template probably stadiums that you use for custom in order to, you know, play ranked seasons. So yeah, that's really the biggest dub I think of this stream by far, no doubt about it, other than the reveal of course, but we'll get to that later. So restrictions for situations for those not wanting to deal with crazy situation. So this kind of restriction, I think, is talking more about like stadiums are kind of rigged in their like appearance, maybe like how far or how stretched out it really is. I I think there's more restrictions in that regard. Also, having as many props, you can't have too many props, of course, so that is very important. And next real thing, that wasn't really too big of a update, 150 outfield wall presets. So these are these wall presets that I think you can use for ranked seasons, you know, make sure they're, you know, viable for the game, and that's gonna be really cool. So a lot of different options there. And I think making a wall lower would be better because then you can rob homers easier, but that's just me. So you have to use a wall preset for online. We've already discussed this. Basically, can't extend it or it'll give you a little X marker saying no, you do not. So yeah, pro mode creates access. We've talked about this, we know what that is. Okay, there is a height limit to these walls, so you have to have heights up to 40 feet. 40 feet is your limit, you can't go any higher. It's rigged if it is. So snapping for stands moves the stand around stadium, creating it even more. So basically, you can repeat a certain motion on the controller. I think it's L3 for PlayStation 5, where basically you can add to the stadium that kind of same format that you want that will eventually make a very fire look. Yeah. So then they talked a little bit about Diamond Dynasty. Obviously, there's a limit on props, but yeah, they talked a little bit about Diamond Dynasty this year and what's returning, and we have confirmed that Showdown is coming back to MLB The Show. So I think it's a huge thing because Showdown was a great thing from last year. So once again, they're kind of building off that greatness from that game mode, and they're bringing it back because they saw what worked, and they're going to continue with what works. So great change. There's new layout changes for DD, but that's kind of obvious at this point. We all kind of knew that was going to change. Navigating the stadium. So you'll be able to do that in custom stadium where you can basically like move all the way around it, you know, go behind, maybe go in front of it. No, that's just the standard stuff in order to create the props, create the stadium itself, and a bunch of other stuff. You can even create a rock stadium, possibly being a rock penis. That was a suggestion. So create targets around the outskirts of the field. So you can kind of create little targets that say, hit a ball right here. And this is kind of like calling your shot in a way. And you're going to be able to create that or add that thing anywhere you want, whether that be left field, center field, or right field. So if you guys want to do that, you have those hit it here signs. You can definitely import them whenever you can. So a really big question that came up was, could Stadium Creator be used elsewhere except Diamond Dynasty? Well, we know now it's going to be available in Play Now, Franchise, and Road to the Show, which is a huge dub. However, they only limited it to those modes, as well as a bunch of online, of course, and Franchise. They did make custom leagues not available for having that. I think offline DD as well, you're not going to be able to use custom stadiums and casual. So yeah. Next up, they talked a little bit about the PS5 controller, the DualSense and Rumble support, what's going on there. So you'll be able to actually feel the hits in your hand when you're hitting the ball. So if you get a jammed hit, like they said, it's going to feel a little wonky on your hands. But if you get it perfect, it's going to feel like heaven. But yeah, I feel like this is not really anything new. I just think it's more enhanced because PS4 had a similar rumble feature where you feel the same thing if you got a hit. So I didn't see this as nothing too new. They're bringing back Showtime throwing, you know, that stuff where it's like pause, you know, like you got to aim the meter. They're going to keep that. So they're going to change the approach to Diamond Dynasty this year, how you are going to approach the game. Customization is going to be happening there as well, which is going to be freaking awesome. So the next big awesome thing related to Diamond Dynasty is the new reveals. Well, they're not really new reveals. They're rather new reveals for the 42 series, but we knew these cards were going to be the game. So we're going to be getting Frank Thomas, Pedro Martinez, I think I said that right, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and Cal Ripken Jr. We're going to be getting those cards in the 42 series set as well. You'll be able to pick between 2 out of all the 42 series cards. For me, I'm going to be doing Pedro and Hank Aaron. What are you guys going to be doing? What duo are you going to be picking for MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty? So that about wraps up what happened in the SDS stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't yet, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Oh my god, that was a voice crack. And yeah, go follow my Twitch and Twitter in the link in the description below to come up Millsy or Dad today. I'll see y'all in the next video stream, guys. Hope everyone had a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow when I stream. Probably. I don't know. I'm filming something. If you guys don't know, I'm filming a movie short film called The First Day. So that's a little bit of an update on my life, and that's why I haven't really been uploading any vids right now. So yeah, but we are uploading this one because it's a recap. So I'll see y'all later, guys. Take care. Peace!